Oh.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Yay, you guys can hear us now. I didn't even know what was going on, why he told me to hold on a second. I'm like, he didn't go live. He didn't do something. Anyways, I'm Jean-Luc, as you all know.
I'm Nick.
And we are so excited to be here tonight with, I was like, we got cheers. Thanks, everybody. Cheers from TikTok. That was hilarious. We're like, where are these coming from? So we're so excited to have made it finally to orientation day 8 of Kickstart Summers 2025. Oh my goodness, we are definitely excited to start off the next 42 days with you as of tomorrow, even though we've been with you since last Sunday. But for the next 42 days, we're going to be together even more often, which is fantastic. But before we get even started with that,
we're going to do a bit of our, kickstart. Before we do some of the prep, we're going to start talking about our weekend. So we actually just got back from Rustic Mama retreats.
Yeah,
we were actually at a women's weekend in Camp Cedar Ridge near in Bancroft. Which is 3.5 hours away. So if people were noticing that we were a little quieter and there's no internet out there.
That's why
the Wi-Fi, but
if you submitted your commitments for review, you didn't get them back till today because we've been gone since Friday.
Yeah,
so.
We just got back this afternoon, so we've been trying to catch up. And I'm very happy to announce that almost 87 people have submitted their commitments already on the dashboard, which is amazing.
That's amazing.
So 87 of you should be able now to log on and see your commitments. I just updated them again about an hour and a half ago. So you can now log on, go to your today's page, day 8, scroll down, and you'll see your commitments now show up. If you don't see your commitments, you have to click the button below your where your commitments appear, where it says submit my commitments in blue. And then when you click that, you scroll down all the way to the bottom of that page, and then you use the form there to submit your commitments.
And that's exactly how you submit your commitments at any time. If you have not submitted your commitments yet and you want to, do exactly what Nick just said.
Exactly. So Rustic Mama this weekend, how much fun was it?
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
We had a great time.
We always have a good time when we go there. And it's so cool because, we go there almost because it's like being with all of you in a sense. It's a community thing, right? It's a community thing. And we got there on Friday. We left work a little early. We were lucky, but we got there.
I worked extra hours to make up the time.
Yeah.
So I'm a good employee.
And I had some blue time that I was able to take. So we were able to get there Friday for dinner. And it was a really small, quaint retreat this weekend.
Oh, I want to say something before we continue. If anybody who's watching from anywhere, from Facebook, other places, if you go to Jean-Luc and Nick /live now, you will be automatically redirected to our live feed. So if you lose us on Zoom, if you lose us on Facebook, if you lose us anywhere, you're like, oh my God, I don't know where they are. Just go to jeanlucandnick.com /LIVE, and you will be redirected right to our YouTube channel to watch the live feed. That's a new feature we just added today.
Yes, literally 5 minutes ago. No lie.
That's
he
why
literally just did it 5 minutes ago.
That's why we're a little late, because I was like, I'm going to add this now. I forgot to add it. So now it works. So try it out and let me know if it works, because I haven't tested it. So let me know. If there's anybody in the chat room can tell me, it'd be great.
All I'm going to say right now, ladies, is squirrel, because
there's a lot going on.
So many things going through in our brains right now. So we're going to finish off about Rustic Mamas. It was a great weekend. We had a lot of laughs. We met some lovely ladies who we met in the past already, a lot of repeat retreaters. We met a few new people as well who had just done Rustic Mama for the first time. There was 25 of us maybe, which was great. It was so intimate.
It was a rainy weekend, so there was some cancellations,
and snow.
Yes,
it snowed last night. We were like, what?
Yes, I actually grabbed the snow and put it down someone's back, or tried to,
Jen, but then you couldn't.
She was wearing
a dress. It was a one-piece dress, so it was impossible.
It failed miserably.
Definitely, but we had a great time. We got back this afternoon, worked on all of the commitments and submitting the tracker, getting ourselves ready for tonight and our official kickstart. However, if you guys are maybe having a little bit of FOMO about the whole Rustic Mamas, and if you're interested, the next Bougie Mama is actually happening in 2 weeks for Mother's Day. So on Mother's Day weekend, we are hosting another Bougie Mama, and this time it is in Haliburton.
No, it's in Kawartha Lake. It's at the Egan Ridge Resort.
Yep.
And we will be there on Friday, May
11th.
Yeah, May 11th. And it's going to be a regular Rustic Mama retreats, but with, a little bit more bouginess involved with it. So,
Friday, May 9th to Sunday, May 11th.
yes.
So
that's happening. So if you are interested, if you are, you don't know how to help celebrate Mother's Day, bring your mom.
Yeah.
Bring your mom. Come hang out with us for Mother's Day. How much fun would that be? Yeah. So come have a party with us in Kawartha Lakes on Mother's Day weekend. Before we get started with tonight's, we're just gonna do a quick recap. So some of you have been not here all week. So if you haven't been able to catch up to things, it's okay. You have time. You still can go read stuff tonight, get caught up.
Watch the videos. I'll be honest with you. And I know I wish there was smaller clips, but the videos really have a lot of great information in them.
They're not long.
They're not long. Most of them are 10, 15 minutes tops.
Yeah, some of them are not, some of them are longer than that, but some of them are short.
Yeah.
So day one was what Kickstart's all about and how it works. Day two, we actually went through a demo of how to use the dashboard. So if you're not sure how to use the dashboard, go to day 2 and watch that video. Day 3, we talked about daily tasks, finding your sidekick, and starting the physical challenges. So if you're wondering information about that, go to watch day 3. On day 4, we did how to track your journey, understanding your Kickstart score, and stay accountable. We also worked on that day on your commitments and how to submit those as well. So if you're not sure how to do that, go to day 4 video. If you want to watch, on day 5, we had our cooking show. We actually showed you how to find our recipes, how to join shows, all our upcoming sessions. So all of these things you can watch on day 5. Day 6, we had no actual session, but there was homework for you to go explore step and physical challenges and strike kick and step up. So that was on Saturday, and today was. Today was to write. Yesterday was also to write your letter to yourself, and today we are actually going to finalize your 10 commitments. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
And we want to reiterate when we say finalize, because guess what? You still get to work on them like every week.
Yeah.
Right. So we're saying finalize your first draft of the commitments that you're going to try to continue doing for the next 42 days or up to those 10 commitments, right? Because not everybody might feel they are at a point where they can commit to 10 things, which is completely all right, because everybody is at a different starting point at any level at any time.
We also want to make sure that if anybody is new, you have support around you. So if you're new or you're not sure how to do something, your best bet is to just ask in the forum. A lot of people have been here 3 times, 4 times, 2 times, 3 times. And so they actually know where to find certain things, or they'll be able to guide you. So don't be shy to ask questions.
Post them in the Facebook group as well if you're on the Facebook group.
That's what I'm saying.
You said forum as well.
Oh, yeah,
I wanted to make sure that Facebook as well.
And also, if you are feeling, like I'm not sure how to do my commitments, that's okay. Go to the commitment form, fill it out with random information. Like, I'm not sure what to do. Put something in each one. Like, one of my goals is to lose weight, and I eat too much of this. Did you have an idea for that? Put that in your commitment box for number 2, and then send it to us. And do that for all of them if you're not sure what to do. And then we can take it and review and then give you some ideas of what to do for those commitments. I want to see in chat, for anybody watching right now, who's actually requested to get their commitments reviewed already. I want to see if there's people in here. Okay. Did it help? Thumbs up? Okay, yes. So, you can see here from everyone here, those of you who've taken the chance of getting commitments reviewed, it's helped. We don't only give you suggestions on changing your commitments, we give you ideas on how to track these commitments in a way that you'll remember. So for example, some of them we give examples like, have your water beside you when you're eating so you remember to drink water. We give you other ideas of how to make sure you can keep these commitments and make it easier for yourself. So please, if you have not sure what to do, just still use the form, put in your description, and just send it to us.
And we do want to actually tell every single one of you what an amazing job you guys did on writing your commitments to begin with.
Even you listened.
Yeah,
you listened.
You guys, I love that those of you who weren't sure, you still put something.
Yeah.
And you said, I know it needs work and it needs to be something, because we want you guys to achieve. That is our number one thing. So we tried as best as we could to make things as simple and as easy, measurable, and achievable as possible.
Yeah.
So that way you feel that you feel that goodness inside that you want to feel, right?
And we try to make stuff more precise for you guys as well, because some people would put a commitment that was too broad, a little vague, and so it's like, how do you measure that really in a day?
That whole like concept of I'm gonna eat healthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat healthy, right?
We all want to eat.
How do you eat healthy? How do you measure that healthiness? And that's what that was for. So again, please use this. It's there for you. Just go to the website, click the big green button as always, the big new green button on the main dashboard that says Access Orientation Day 8. Click on that, scroll to the bottom of today's page. One section talks about your commitments. It describes everything. There's a button at the bottom that says Submit My Commitments. Click there and then use the form, okay?
And can we be again honest with you? Because we always are. We just finished our commitments like right before the session right now. Yes. It's not like we've had our commitments ready for like 3 weeks and we're ready to go. No, we keep open going, oh my God, we got to finish our commitments too. So we get what it feels like. We don't do
They're not written in our book
They're
yet.
Not in our book yet.
I have nothing filled out yet.
Me neither.
I'm behind.
Totally behind.
And I am the one running this. So if you're not even written anything in here, don't worry.
It's okay.
It's okay. We'll catch up. We have time.
And I think we want to be honest with that too, because guess what? We're still trying to figure out our commitments. We were sitting on the couch because there was a few of them that we were still struggling with. And I don't like the way it's worded. I don't like how, again, a mixed spin on wanting to make them positive and not negative by changing the way you say things really is a way of making you feel better about your commitment, right? And feeling better about not doing something, if that makes sense, which is a good thing.
So that's the focus of tonight. The first thing we want to talk about is finalizing your commitments. So what you're going to do for the next few hours after Kickstart tonight is you're going to take your book. For those who haven't started, you're going to go through the exercise from day 4. Here's an exercise in your book for those who have it, or the PDF. If you don't have the book or PDF, go to the dashboard, go to the menu on your main dashboard page, and it says Access Orientation Guide. That's all 8 days. You can access from there. So go back to day 4 and go look what's written in day 4, what we actually suggested to find your commitments. If you missed any session this week, you can go back to any day that you missed on the dashboard. So if you're coming back from a vacation, you did part of the week last week, you did the beginning of the week last week, and you got away on a weekend and you weren't able to do the last 2 days, you can go back and go look at what those days were and just make sure you're caught up and you're ready for tomorrow.
And Suzanne had a great question. Do Nick and I have the same commitments? No. We did that once. It wasn't, we shared 5 or something like that, and it didn't work well. It really didn't. We'll be honest, there are certain things that Nick has put on his commitments that I'll probably end up just doing because it makes sense for me to do it, but it's not my commitment. Yeah. It's his. So if I decide to do something it doesn't go against me, but again, because we're almost like we're each other's sidekick, right? So we talk to each other about each other's commitments. And so he made a suggestion for me because I was struggling with how to say something. And we're going to go through our commitments. Yeah, we're going to tell you what they are.
We're going to reveal them live.
What we're doing as well.
So that's exactly what we're going to do now. So let's share our commitments.
Look at that.
You want to do like a top 10, like number 1?
Yeah.
Just open your dashboard.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't have it open. I thought it was already.
I don't either, so don't worry. We'll get there.
Oh my goodness, what happens? You'd swear these 2 organized people would be organized, right?
We're pretty organized.
Yeah, we got
your next part with we got that ready.
Yeah, fancy.
I know
it's all fancy later, not really, just
the vision board thing is all kind of figured out. We're just to get our dashboard ready. Okay, so I'm going to share with you now my first commitment, which is.
I will track on the Kickstart tracker daily. That's our number 1 commitment.
Oh my God, that's mine too. Is that yours too? Did you guys get the same thing? Wow,
we're pretty in sync.
We are so in sync, everyone. It's like we have ESPN or something. So commitment number 2 for me: I will walk outdoors a minimum of 5 minutes every day. So for me, it's not about getting a half-hour walk. It's about just getting outside for at least 5 minutes every day. I'm hoping it'll become an actual walk, but that's my number 2.
My number 2, for those of you who know me, you're all going to fall on your faces. I'm just going to tell you this right now. I will spend 30.
When he said this,
Stop blocking me. I want 100% undivided attention here. I will spend 30 minutes once a week planning meals for the week ahead. Meals meaning dinner. I can't do breakfast and lunch. My dinners, I will take most likely Monday, sometime on Monday.
Caveats now.
No, well, it'll be Sunday or Monday because it'll be Sundays that I'll plan I will put a planner together. It doesn't mean I will follow it, but I'm taking 30 minutes so I have an idea of what I'm going to be making every day of the week.
I'm very happy. When he told me that, my jaw dropped.
Hey, right now it's just about writing it down. It doesn't mean I have to make it, but it's just about writing it down.
And I can give you ideas.
Yeah, definitely.
I will help. It's not, like we'll work on them together.
Yeah, helped.
So commitment number 3 for me is I will use my Shape-a equipment daily, including scale and blood pressure monitor, because I do have high blood pressure and I have a monitor that I'm supposed to use, and I fought with it the other day.
You did.
He threw it out the window, and
he was not happy.
I was not happy, so I just skipped it the last few days. It better work tomorrow because Anyways, that's one of my commitments.
I'm worried that his blood pressure is going to go up because he's already frustrated. Number 3 for me is I will take 5 minutes of quiet time each morning to set my intention. I've never done that before. It's not something I've ever done. Really, maybe not consciously, but now I'm actually consciously going to do it.
Commitment number 4 for me will be I will complete my double activity ring on my Apple Watch every day. So when I lost our weight back in the day, one of our biggest tools was our watches. And one of the biggest things we did was we always tried to get double green ring in the middle here. Double red ring in the middle here, or the surround one. So to make sure that I get double, I'm going to burn 1,000 calories a day is basically what I'm trying to do for the next 42 days. And I don't do what we did it forever. And when we teach step twice a day, it's done. I just need 2 classes. I have and if I'm walking outside too, very doable, but I'm stacking it all together to make sure I get 1,000, because my issue is Saturdays and Sundays.
I was going to say the what he's struggling is the days that he doesn't get his ring, he doesn't continue on to get it. So now he wants to make sure that he's getting it every day.
See?
Right? So it's funny because in a sense, it's only 2 days a week that he struggles with that commitment.
Saturdays and Sundays.
The next one for me, this is something really funny. This is something I didn't know what I want. I wanted to do something unique and something fun. And Nick had said every day, and I went, whoa. I'm like, come on now. He's like, I want you to sing a song every day on TikTok for 42 days. I'm like, I can't do 42 days of singing. I don't have time to
You just put a phone and sing.
You know me. I'm just joking. I don't do that usually.
You don't do that.
But I want to be realistic as well. So you will be getting 2 songs a week from me for the next 42 days. 2 songs a week for the next 6 weeks.
I got you 12 songs, people.
12
trying.
Hey,
maybe we'll have a full album someday. Then commitment number 5 for me is I will finish watching TV after 9 p.m. on weekdays and 11 p.m. on weekends, and not start a new show after those times. I will head to the bedroom as soon as my show is done. So what that means is if it's 8:58 and my show is done, I can start watching another show because it's 8:58. But if it's 9:01, I've got to go to bed. That's the difference that's my rule, because I don't want to stop a show midway through. We don't do that. And not just that, it's forcing both of us because he's not going to stay up either. So we're both going to go to bed early. Yay, honey. Isn't it exciting?
Mm-hmm. She hasn't seen my commitment, though.
Okay. You're going to stay up late every night?
I'm not going to bed when Nick goes up any night. I'm totally joking. My commitment is I'll go to bed by 10:30 p.m. on weeknights, Monday through Friday. On weekends, I said I might stay up a little later if he wants. The odds are I might not. But let's say I'm in the mood and I don't feel like going to sleep. I'm not forcing myself to go to sleep on the weekend, which is just Friday and Saturday.
Commitment number 6, I will brush and floss my teeth mornings and nights. So I've shared my story. My teeth, I never had a cavity, but I always go to the dentist and they always say, You need to floss a bit more, floss a bit more. And I'm like, you know what? Next time I'm gonna go in there and if you got perfect teeth and you flossed well too. That's what I want. I've been wanting that all my life. So this is gonna help me achieve that gold star of the dentist.
What's my next one?
Oh.
I gave myself this time the challenge not to do it with coffee because I'm fine with that. Now that I have this other one, I need to drink 2 liters of water a day, which is 2 Yetis. Three. No, it's 2. Listen, it's 2 Yetis, but I fill it with ice. So I'm giving myself 3 Yetis because when I fill it with ice, it's if I
explained it to him, the water melts. You still drink it.
I drink it a lot faster than the water melts.
But
I do. So I'm giving myself 3 Yetis of water per day.
Sure. Commitment number 7. I will set an hourly timer between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. every day to force myself to stand up once every hour. So one of the things is I work from home. I sit on the couch all day. I work and I never get up. I just sit down. So what I'm trying to do is to get up during the workday to just walk around a bit and sit back down to not be sitting down all day.
My number 7 is I'm going back to listening to a self-help book of some kind, like going back to reading or listening to an audiobook for a minimum of 10 minutes a day for 5 days a week. My goal is to do it Monday through Friday because weekends are always busier for me that we're not really have the time, but I can set aside 10 minutes during my lunch break from work to listen to something. And last time it was really good. I loved it. I got to read the Let Them Theory. I'm not sure what I'm going to read yet, but I have an Audible subscription, so I'll be looking for a book tomorrow.
Commitment number 8. I will play with the cats 5 minutes each day when I'm home. Yay, cat time! I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah.
Because I've never done that one, so I'm going to play with the kitties every day.
Hi, Glenn. I have to say hi. He's waving. My commitment number 8 is another repeat from last time. But I'm doing it 4 times a week this time, and it's decluttering again because there's always things to declutter, right? Nick wants the underneath of our sinks in the bathrooms to be organized better. I do too. So why not add it? I feel by not add it as a commitment, it actually happens.
And yes, ladies, I do wait till he falls asleep at night and whisper in his ears, you want clean under the bathroom sink. You want it to be clean under the bathroom sink. You want it to be organized. And it worked.
I swear there was a recording being played the other night instead of our cat sleeping music. I thought that was it. You nerd.
Number 9. I will help Jean-Luc make dinner by helping him prep and clean. So I've talked about this before. I usually sit down while Jean-Luc preps food and I get up later to do dishes. I'm actually going to get up at the same time as him, work alongside him, help him along for meals so that it goes a bit faster. The only times I'm not is if I'm busy doing something else, like if I'm actually working on, like I'm vacuuming something and I'm doing a chore type of thing, then it's fine, but I won't sit down on my butt while he's making dinner.
And what I even think is if he does little things like gets veggies prepped in the afternoon, that'll help me out. So it's one less thing that I have to think about while I'm doing all the main course. So if that happens, I'll be like, yeah. Although the only thing that he'll have to ask me what I want. Anyways, and my commitment number 9 is I will spend 15 minutes outside every day. It doesn't mean I could walk, I could sit, I could just go out and breathe, but a minimum of 15 minutes outside. And it could be cumulative. So if I do 5 minutes on the balcony and then I go outside for 10 minutes, then I've done my 15 minutes outside for the day.
And commitment number 10, drum roll for me. My commitment number 10 is we will only be allowed to order food delivery once per week, but we will aim to order none at all. Because we said we don't want to go into deprivation.
Yeah.
So we are giving ourselves leeway to still do it. And we're not even limiting what we can order. We're just saying we're allowed to once a week so that if we keep going with this, it becomes a habit where we don't over order. Because what ends up happening is we don't do it for 42 days and then we do it like 5 days in a row. Right?
And I almost, like when he was told me about this one, I said, I really like that one because I know But you know what that does? It helps me in the sense that
I'm also helping making dinner now.
I was talking.
I know. I'm just saying. Now you'll you'll on Fridays. They'll help you.
Yes, but my thought process behind that, because again, let me finish my thought.
Sorry.
Is the fact that I'm the one that does all the cooking, right? I'm the one that does all of that. So having the idea that maybe one day if I'm really busy at work and it's just to the point where, you know, a middle of the weekend, I'm like, honey, it's 6 o'clock right now. And as much as we prepped ahead, nothing's going to be ready. Can we just order something instead? Right. And again, we're going to make he says we can order whatever we want, but I'll probably want healthier choice because
I love Greek food.
Yeah, we love Greek food in Jerusalem. So we're good.
So we're good.
And then my commitment number 10, drum roll, please. This is really weird for me. I'm actually going to take, you remember last time I did writing on my mirror? And I was going to do something similar to that again. But I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to do something different. And I'm not a photo person. I don't take pictures. Nick does all the picture taking. So you guys are going to see one picture every day that's meaningful and that brings me joy. And it's just going to be a picture of something.
And those are our 10 commitments. So what we encourage you to do now is if you feel you're up to it, share your commitments in the Facebook group, because some people out there are not sure what they want to do. They're confused. You can actually just take a screenshot of your commitments from the dashboard. You don't have to write them. Just go take screenshots and go to the Facebook group and just post a picture of the dashboard. See, I even made it easy for you guys. You don't have to type it anymore. So you just screenshot it, post it, and then maybe someone will get an idea. I'm like, oh my God, I love that idea. And then they'll take that and it'll help other people come up with their own commitments. Remember, we're a community here. The more we share, the more other people will benefit from this. So if you feel comfortable doing that, please feel free to do so.
Oh, and I saw Heidi.
Yes.
You said you're going into Atomic Habits next, correct? I have that on my Kindle. Well, not on my Audible. I will read it as well. We'll read it together. Awesome.
Okay. So our next part of tonight's session is vision boards. And normally what we would do is we'd have a full session on this on its own, but what we're going to do is, since people have done vision boarding before, we thought that we'd actually create our own vision board. We'll start working on it with you guys live tonight, how we go doing our process of creating our own vision board. So you can listen to Jean-Luc. If you don't have the stuff with you tonight, that's okay. But if you do have your products to help make your own vision board, bring them out now. We're going to start working on that. And so Jean-Luc is actually going to be using his magnetic vision board, because we're not paper and cutter. We don't use glue.
There's still some involved.
Yeah, but I'm not. Okay, let's be honest.
He's talking as if he's done any of this vision board.
I've done nothing.
He's done none. He is not a vision board as far as like the artsy.
I get you people out there that are like me. I'm the same as you. I get it. I know some of you are going,
hey, bring it over to me.
Okay. Yeah, do I have to?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second to share to just switch the video, and then there, you're on now. There we go.
Hi everybody. I hope you guys are having a great night, and I'm absolutely super excited about this whole KickStart vision board, because I know we've heard about vision boards for years now, and they work. I'm just gonna say that they do work, but you have to put the work into them. And vision boards can come out of anywhere. Like, you don't need to do your traditional vision board. You can use a canvas space. You can use like a digital vision board. You can have the ones like Nick said, the Bristol board, where you cut things out. I actually do cut things out. But this session that we're going to be talking about tonight is going to be more focused on creating yourself a KickStart vision board, a commitment vision board, a way of showing your 10 commitments in a picturesque form. So as you can see, this is my vision board right here. This is a magnetic board, okay? So I bought this on Amazon. I actually then also purchased on Amazon back in the day these magnetic paper strips. It's actually, if I can open it. I might have one in here, actually, no, I don't. So yeah, if you can open that for me. So I purchased that. And back in 2023, I think this was, I purchased, what?
Not hard.
There we go. So it's a strip that has sticky on one side, and this is a magnet. So this just magnets onto anything. Your fridge, So you could turn your fridge into a vision board. Think of outside of the box, something you see every day. I like doing it this way because as my weeks progress, I can move things around. So this is one of the things. I then had purchased one of these books because we don't have magazines in our house. It's not something that we carry, but if you have magazines, if you have newspapers, you can use that. If you have old pictures that you want to use of yourself, cut them out, do that. These are great little books that you can find online as well that have amazing quotes, that have all sorts of different sections that you can use. Think outside the box when you're creating your vision board. And for me, doing this, it's allowed me that flexibility of just knowing that if there's something that's clashing with the way I'm seeing things, I can switch it up. Like, how amazing is this? So what first is a vision board? Let's go ahead and talk about a KickStart vision board. Your KickStart vision board, it's different from your traditional vision board. It's not just about, the dreams floating around. It's about your daily commitments. We really want you to try to create a vision board about the next 42 days. How you see yourself changing, how you see yourself committing to them. Maybe even just a reminder of what your commitments are by visually seeing them instead of actually having to go to your book. One of the biggest examples, we talk about is saying, oh, I'm going to spend 30 minutes a day on planning my meals. That's my commitment, right? That's the commitment. So how am I going to represent that on my board? I'm actually going to have to look around and maybe find a calendar and put a calendar up. Maybe put the days of the week up for me. Maybe this becomes a way of me writing my meal plan. Who knows, right? So thinking outside of the box that way. It allows me to be flexible. It allows me to feel like my commitments are not changing, but the way I envision my commitments and the way I envision myself doing my commitments could evolve through my moving vision board. Yours might not be moving, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Be creative when you're doing that. Think about the idea of having, normally in a vision board, we're looking at goals, right? But changing it to more focused by doing commitments. So saying I want to lose weight and I want to be happy are great. They're goals that you really want to achieve. But as we mentioned over and over again here with KickStart, how do you get to those goals? So using your vision board to actually lead you even more so, and maybe not being accountable, but being that support that you need, and the support is coming from yourself. You're now being your own, what's the word? A sidekick. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm like, what's the word I'm looking for? You're being your own sidekick by walking yourself through this activity. So a great idea is, I'm going to drink my 2 liters of water every day. Maybe what I need to do is take a picture of myself on my phone, print it out with my Yeti, and put it up on my vision board so I can see myself with my Yeti. Using pictures of yourself on your vision board, I, in my own personal opinion, think it works because you're now putting yourself in the focus. It's now making it about you. And as we've said so many times, it's not selfish when you make yourself a priority. It is not selfish. It's self-work. It's selfless, actually, in that sense, because the more you do for yourself, the more you can do for others in the long run. When you only put yourself last, it's harder for you. Other people do not get all of you. You're not completely present. So always keep that in mind. Remember that commitments are here to challenge you, but they're here to help you develop and grow. So let's get clear on what your vision is. So before you even start, what you want to start doing is think of your commitments, right? Think of your commitments. Grab all of your newspapers, grab your magazines, grab your books that you had, grab your pictures. And I would just say, lay them all in front of you, whatever you can. And then just start picking them up one at a time and start thinking about your commitments and start thinking about what you're wanting to achieve in the next 42 days. Maybe take those scissors and start cutting these things out. Even if it might not be something that you think you will put on your board, but if it speaks to you, set it aside. Set it aside and be ready to then at some point collect everything that you've had and actually start looking at them and seeing how you can actually relate to them. Take 5 minutes, like for example, me taking my 5 minutes every morning. How am I going to visually put that on my board? Maybe have music notes everywhere, right? Place those music notes so I remember that I need to have that music in my life, because guess what? Music makes me happy. Singing made me happy. It's always made me happy. And I stopped doing it for some reason. And I'm like, I need to bring that joy back into my life. And who knows what that joy will spread out to. Don't think a vision board needs to be stagnant. That's why I like creating these digital visual vision boards and these magnetic vision boards, because to me, I think the way I feel changes every day. It might change weekly. And I'll say this, the last time I actually focused on my vision board and did one, it stayed the same for a very long time. And then it changed, it fizzled out. And I'm glad that I'm bringing it back in, because I really need to create this connection to me. And I need to make sure that what I'm focusing on is meaningful. And that's why you sit down and you create these. And it's a meditation. It's a form of meditation as well. You're sitting there and you're making yourself think about what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and how you want to accomplish it. It might not lead you in the direction that you think, but it'll lead you in a direction. So you can think outside the box. You can be very simple with a vision board as well. If you're not someone that wants to do the arts and crafts and that's so not you, grab a book. Create yourself a vision brainstorm. That can work, right? Don't think you need to always do what everybody else is doing because it's the trend or it's the popular thing. You don't have to. You can create a vision board list. Maybe create yourself a vision board, a video, right? All of these things are here and available to you at any given time. So make it about you, make it a priority, and just be creative. Want you to post them in the Facebook group, post them on the dashboard as well if you want. We'd love to see them. You can keep them private. Don't feel obligated to do so. And make sure that you really make sure that you just feel good about yourself when you're doing it. Be proud of what you're doing and what you accomplish at any given time throughout the next 42 days. And on that note, this is my little Saba here. And this is another reason why I might have to move the vision board, because the cats play with it eventually. And they knock down all the magnets off my vision board. So if you have cats, a magnetic vision board might not be the best solution.
I told them to take a photo of it this time.
We'll take a picture of it once I'm done.
Yeah.
So that way, if the cats destroy it, it won't be destroyed anymore.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed that session. So of course, just like we said, with your commitments, your letter to yourself, your vision boards, if you're willing to share them, this is what the Kickstart group is all about. If we were at a retreat in person, if all of us were actually together in person and doing this work, we would be sharing together. And that's why we created Kickstart, to kind of have that community where you can be open and honest and just get that support that you need for the next 42 days.
So someone actually asked, they liked my magnetic board. I found it on Amazon. I will add all the stuff that I use for my magnetic board onto our shop. And that way you can get all of the links there.
That sounds great. So the last thing we want to talk to you guys about tonight is about that letter to yourself. Some people wrote this last time, and I think some people have done it multiple times throughout Kickstart. One of the reasons why we do this is because we don't always remember where we were. How many of you started a weight loss journey, and at some point, you're like, oh, I want to show. I wish I would have started at the beginning and taken a picture of where I'm at, because look at where I'm at now, and I wish I would have had that moment. This is what this letter is about. It's about making sure that, you're remembering right now who you are, you're seeing who you want to be in the future, and then you can then see your transformation and things that you've achieved and see that change. Because we don't take time in life to sit down and actually see all the wonderful things that we do. We take for granted that, and one of the things I always tell, one of the examples I would think of is that my organization skills. A few years ago, Jean-Luc and I were talking about what I do in terms of organization, and then at one point he's like, "Yeah, not everybody can do that," and I'm like, "What do you mean not everybody can do that? Like, it's just organization." He's like, "Yeah, but some people can't do that." And I'm like, "I don't get it. What do you mean?" Because to me, it's so innate to do that. I never realized that other people struggle with that. And so something you do right now, other people don't struggle with, but you do. And so you need to be okay with that. You need to take those skills and talk about them and make sure that things that you want to work on are also in the forefront, so that in 42 days from now, you can tell yourself, hey, number one, this is what I achieved in my 42 days. Now commitments 1, 3, and 5 are become, their habits now. And also you may notice some other things that, I noticed that during this Kickstart, at the beginning I said I wanted to do this, but by the end I realized that this thing that I really wanted at the beginning meant nothing now, because I figured out something else along the way that changed my mind completely. And now I'm focusing on this. And that's why we want to have those, because we don't recognize when we change our minds. We don't recognize when things have changed. So please, if you've not written your letter to yourself, it's part of the process of Kickstart. Even if you don't want to write it by hand, grab your phone, record a short video, keep it to yourself, store it on your phone for day 43. And on day 43, when we're done Kickstart, after the last day, go back and watch that video and see what you told yourself as you got ready for Kickstart. So that's basically it for orientation.
Wow.
That's 8 days a week, 8 days of sharing with you guys.
A week.
I hope you guys enjoyed the change this time. This orientation process will continue from fall Kickstart. And so it'll be back again. We find that this helps people get ready. We've had a lot of submissions, even during this chat tonight. People are still submitting their commitments. They're coming in. I'm like, oh, another one. Oh, another one. Oh, another one. So we're going to have to catch up on the emails after too again.
So yeah, definitely. So tomorrow is official day 1 of Kickstart Summer 2025. So everybody, we're going to do it together right now. Let's take one deep breath. And we're all ready for this.
Yes.
We're ready for it.
Yes, we're ready for this.
And we're telling you, not perfection, right?
Yeah. Perfection
doesn't exist. We do it one day at a time.
So what happens tomorrow morning, everybody? You're going to wake up. You're going to go to the dashboard. You're going to find that green button, the one that you've been using all throughout orientation. Same button. You click on that. Day 1's there. You go look at your daily task. You read the beautiful quote that's there. Do the physical task for the day. Go check out the step classes happening tomorrow. We are waking up at 6:30 in the morning. We are forcing ourselves. So we're going to have 7 alarms to make sure we get up tomorrow morning.
We might be doing step with our eyes closed.
But we are getting up.
We will be at step class. Or we might just lay down in front of the camera and do it on the ground.
Because one of our side commitments is that during Kickstart, we don't like canceling classes. So it's kind of like a built-in commitment for us. So we are going to be doing steps. So you can see the step classes. You can see our live sessions. Tomorrow there's none, but tomorrow there's a video that you can watch about finding your why. So if you're still struggling with your commitments, tomorrow you can go watch this video to get some inspiration to figure out what you want to do for your own commitments. And then below that will be Sidekick Market, Step Up, Stride Kick. Use those apps. We talked about them this week. If you don't know what they are, go read up on them today. They're all on your day 8 orientation guide. Below that is your commitments. Submit your commitments, and then by the end of the day, your tracker's at the bottom. You're going to be going there at the end of the day, clicking off all those boxes for everything you've done, selecting the right date for the day of the week that you're doing it for, and then submit. Next day, rinse, repeat. But that next day, eventually, you'll see stats at the bottom. Every day, you can go check your stats, see what's going on. That's all you have to do. Remember, the only thing mandatory for Kickstart is for you to put your first name, your last name, your email, and check off box 1 and it's already checked off for you. So just your first name, your last name, and your email, and click submit every day for 42 days. That is the only thing you have to do. Everything else is your own journey. You're choosing at this point. This is the choose your own adventure. We're at page 1 of our Kickstart Summer 2025 book. What story do you want to write at the end of this? Do you want to write a story that, oh my God, I did everything. Oh my God, my life feels amazing. Or do you want to do, I just submit form 1 every day, which is fine. You can do that because you're still here. You're still being active and participating. But make sure you set your own intentions. What do you want to get out of this at the end of 42 days? Do you want to have some change? And based on that, pick and choose the things you need to add to your life to make Kickstart help you achieve your goals in 42 days. We have a lot of stuff available for you guys. There's a lot of things. You don't have to do all of it. I'll say it again. You don't have to do all of it. If you miss a session, it's okay. If you miss 5 days because you're on vacation, it's okay. Come back. Continue where you're at. It is not a perfection thing here. This is about trying to achieve something, trying to be motivated for 42 days and having a community behind you to achieve change in your life for the better.
The one thing I would love to leave you all with is stop looking at what you didn't do and just focus on what you do.
That's all that matters. If you check off one box every day,
just focus on what
you've done something.
Focus on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not what you didn't do, but focus on what you're doing. On that note,
we're going to leave the Zoom room open. So for those using Zoom, stick around. We're going to answer personal questions. A few announcements. So again, our books are still available. So for those of you who want the actual books for this Kickstart session, they're on Amazon, or there's a PDF version. You can actually get the PDF and use a free notes app from the App Store or the Google Store to actually be able to write on your PDF on your iPad or your phone. So if you don't want to buy a book from Amazon and you don't want to spend the money on, because of course the people are not getting Amazon products right now, you can actually get a PDF and use it from your actual device itself. Also, we have our cookbooks available. As always, we are representatives for Sunset Gourmet, Tupperware. So for those of you who are looking to help support Kickstart and you want to try some products, we'll share the links in chat. And we also have some events.
Yes, we have some events coming up. You are all aware that on May 24th at 10 a.m., we will be in Uxbridge at the Trail Hub, walking for the Kelly Shire Breast Cancer Foundation Pink Ribbon Walk. And after this walk, we're going to be having a picnic for Nick's 42nd birthday, which is the following week, but we're going to celebrate his birthday a little bit early. So if you're interested, let us know. You can find the information down below, or you can also find it on our website as well.
Then we also have the Shoppers Drug Mart Run for Women 5K walk, June 7th in downtown Toronto at 8 a.m., followed by a lunch nearby. We're going to go for lunch afterwards, so that's also in chat now. And our newest event.
Oh my God, it still hasn't been completely decided yet. We're still getting a lot of talk about the Toronto Harbor lunch cruise that we're organizing right now. We can't believe how many of you are really interested, coming from all over the place. So it looks like there's a group of maybe 60 people right now that are almost 100% interested. I guess it's all going to depend on date. This is adorable. We have a little cute kitty sticking his head in underneath the desk. So stay tuned for more information about this tour. One cool thing that we forgot to mention this weekend, for those of you who watch Canada's Drag Race at all, Nick and I are huge fans. One of the lovely workers from Cedar Ridge Camp is actually went to high school with one of the drag queens in this recent season. Her name's Michaela Couture. And so we're going to see if we can convince Michaela Couture to come on the cruise with us and give us a good show. So hopefully it works out. We're not 100% sure about that, but it would be a lot of fun to do that with all of you guys and just have a great outing and a fun lunch.
And we're also working on a St. Jacobs event in August. And we're also going to be doing a Windsor event at some point in July, right? June or July, we said, right?
We didn't tell Sherry about August yet, but Sherry, it's in August, we think.
Well, she already knew. We talked about it on the
I wasn't sure.
And Costa Rica, we had a whole chat about it. We said it'd be in the summer, July or August. So
Sherry is from the area, and so she's helping us organize this event. That's why we're saying this, everybody.
So on that note, thanks for joining us on live stream. We will end the live stream now, and we'll see you all tomorrow morning. Yes, We will be filming our physical challenge. We will have a day 1 video. You'll see us weigh in on our Shape Alive. So you'll be just like we did before during the last Kickstart. So we'll see you all in the morning if you're watching us from social media. See you all later.
Everybody, yes, check out our website, jeanlucandnick.com, and you can see all the events that we're hosting live in Toronto, in the GTA in Toronto.
Yes.
A lot of them are walks, and then there's the dinner cruise as well.